Greetings everyone. So just to give an update on my 93 S10 with a 2.8 liter. So I initially started off with replacing everything in the front of the engine because I had issues with flooding and also issues with hesitance and that. And well, it all started with the timing chain cover leaking antifreeze because that is where the water pump is located. So in midst of taking all that off, I figured I'd replace everything that I could replace, so that way I wouldn't have to worry about it later. Well, it ran fine for about a week, and then it started going into flood mode again. So then it became replacing the top portion of my throttle body, new injectors, mass airflow sensor, and a few other sensors. Ran fine again for a few more days, and then it started going into flood mode again. So that's when I broke down and bought one of these guys. Now, mind you, you could use a paper clip and jump connectors, and then you can read the flashes on the check engine light or the temperature sensor light. But I'd rather buy one of these, make sure I don't short out anything. And it led me back to what I initially thought was my problem with flood mode, which I actually narrowed it down to two things, whether it be my ignition control module, or my map sensor. Well, since I had my code reader, I was able to narrow it down to my ignition control module. This obviously was replaced at some point in time. It is not a GM part, it is not an AC Delco part, and you can kind of see how the teeth are kind of not in the greatest of shapes. So I bought one of these guys. It is a GM, nice and pretty. Put my grease on the back for heat, and hopefully that takes care of my problem. Now, mind you, I still want to replace my cap. I also still want to replace my rotor, and I also want to replace my coil over here. I have a nice SD coil that I want to put in there. I called them today to see whether I can get a new cap and rotor through them. They do not carry it for the 2.8 liter, so I'm just going to have to go with AC Delco. I wanted to do some upgrades to this because I also have brand new cables that are MSD, well, spark plug wires. So I'm going to try my ignition control module and put it back into my distributor and see if that takes care of my flood mode problems and lows. I'd love to be able to drive this thing back and forth to work because, well, right here, F350 Super Duty Power Stroke V8 doesn't exactly get the best fuel mileage, and yeah, and diesel isn't exactly the cheapest right now. So I'd love to get this on the road, have it as my daily driver, my beater, to run around back and forth to work and just run around in just because it's fun, because it's a 5-speed. Everybody loves 5-speeds, even though not too many people know how to drive them anymore. So anyway, I will let you know how this goes, and hopefully this takes care of my problem today. Thanks for watching.